y'all, it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. It is a collaboration video with one of my friends here on YouTube, and that is Yachty from Yachty Beauty. Now, if you don't follow Yachty, you really should. She is absolutely amazing. Her personality is just the cutest, and she loves luxury makeup. She loves drugstore, and she is just so honest. It is great. So, and she does really, really good reviews. But she asked me to collaborate for her 12 days of collaborations, which is part of her Christmas series. And the video we're collaborating on is our top product from 5 of our favorite brands. Now, when she mentioned this to me, it took me quite a while to figure out what products I wanted to talk about because, as you know, I love eyeshadow, but a lot of times eyeshadow isn't my favorite thing from a brand. But I wanted to go through and choose brands that are favorites, but I'm also always excited or intrigued for their releases. Because, you know, sometimes I'm excited for a palette or it's a favorite brand, but really I could care less what they're coming out with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the thing that intrigues me. So I tried to come at it from that direction. So some of these you will probably know and be able to guess. Others of these probably not. So one of my favorite brands is Colourpop. Now, they have gone a little bit overboard with the eyeshadows, let's face it. I mean, it has gotten out of control where I can't keep up. But one thing I always look forward to them releasing are these. These are the Colourpop Gel Cream, BFF Gel Cream Eyeliners. As you can see, I have a ton of colors, and pretty much anytime they release new colors with a collection, I end up ordering the collection because I want the eyeliners. And pretty much all of them that I have tried have been really good. Like, this is one of the pastel ones. I mean, and you can see that shows up on my skin tone. And then the jewel tones are gorgeous. They last in my waterline. And this is, for me, a fun way to add a pop of color to a look, but I use them pretty much every day. Even the basics are really, really good. Like this one, oh, this is a burgundy. So this is the Swerve one. Y'all see me use these all the time. But I mean, you can see they just go on so smooth. They last all day on me, and I love them. They're my favorite eyeliners, and I want more colors, which says a lot because I own so many of them. But yeah, that's always, always, always the product that intrigues me from Colourpop. Okay. Next up is a newer brand to me, but I am really intrigued to try more from them, and what I have tried is amazing, and that is Propa Beauty. So I own all 12 of their nude lipsticks. Now, I discovered Propa because of Angelica Nyquist. She talked about the message behind the brand, which is a Black-owned beauty brand, and it is a nude for all skin tones. This shade right here, Finesse, is the one that's on my lips. I wear this all the time. It is a great nude on me, especially during the fall season, but I love the formula of the lipsticks. They're nice and smooth and creamy, and I mean, they last all day, as you can kind of see. I mean, they're a great formula, and I can't wait to try more when they come out with more. Like, I don't care if it's lipsticks, if it's eyeshadows, but the message behind the brand and the formulation, and they're inexpensive. Like, these are $12 each, and so many of my friends on YouTube have codes like Heather Austin, Angelica Nyquist, Karen Harris, but these are so good. So good. So I would definitely recommend these all day long. I love using them, and they're a good, comfortable formula. Y'all know what I mean. Like, sometimes a lipstick can be too draggy, like if it's too matte. And this is a good, nice, creamy formula. Something that I prefer. So, next up is Kaleidos. Now, Kaleidos has amazing eyeshadows. We all know this. If you watch a lot of smaller YouTubers, they rave about Kaleidos, and I have pretty much every eyeshadow palette from them except for the neon one and the Deep Sea Luster. And then I own a lot of their highlighters. I own a lot of their, or a couple of their blushes, and the packaging, their products are so different. Like, this is my newest highlighter from them, but this was the thing that I was most intrigued about. This is the one I'm wearing today. This is the Space Age Prophecy highlighter, and it is a beautiful multi-chrome. So when you look at it in here, it's like, oh, that doesn't look super amazing. But when you swatch it out, now it looks like it has a strong white base, but you can see as I turn my hand how many colors that it shifts to. But when you blend this out, like, I mean, look at that. It is glowing for the gods, and it is gorgeous, and like everything that I want in a highlighter is this, and it is so stunning. I can't say enough about it, and it intrigues me. The brand is so interesting and so cool that I really enjoy all the products that I have from them, and it's a brand that I'm willing to pretty much buy anything from, even before I've seen a review over it, because it is so good. Okay. Next up is another newer brand to me. I've been using their brushes now for about 6 months now, and that is BK Beauty. Now, my favorite product for them is by far, hands down, the BK Beauty 101 brush. I use this every day for my makeup. I literally, this is my brushes from BK Beauty, own 3 of them. Okay, so I bought one originally in the Brick Clark bundle. They sold out. I bought a bunch of other brushes from them and the True Beauty palette, and talked about how much I loved them and how I wanted to order another one of the 101 brushes when they came back in stock. BK Beauty was nice enough, didn't ask me, but just sent me the 101 brush and one of their brush bundles. So I got all the brushes I already had except for the 107 brush, and I'm glad that I have the 107 for bronzer. It's great. But I was so impressed by that. I mean, literally, I ordered one for all the girls in my family for Christmas because I love them so much. And I can't wait to see what more they come out with, because their brushes are phenomenal quality for the price. These get washed all the time. Like this one, and you can tell it's filthy. I just used it today, but I wash them all the time. And the way that they apply foundation, I don't know how to describe it, because typically I have issues with foundation and foundation brushes. It just doesn't always work out for me. Like, it will look draggy or whatever, but this works with every single foundation that I have tried, and that says a lot. So I will continue to support BK Beauty, whether they send me something or not, because like, I have no issue purchasing it because I love the quality of it. And even their sponge, and you can tell it's dirty, I used it today, is really good. Like, and this one I've had since Kate the Great did her bundle, so I think this is like 3 months old, and I wash it every day, and as you can see, it still is not breaking down. Now, here is another brand that y'all are going to know about because I talk about it all the time. Melt. It is one of my favorite brands. Like, anything that they released, I am intrigued by. Anything that they release, I want to purchase. Even if it is not my favorite thing from the brand, I keep it, such as like the Millennial Pinks palette. But the Gemini is my favorite Melt palette altogether. And this is what started my love affair with Melt. I had purchased a couple before this of their liquid lipsticks, like the Death Cherry, and then I have a nude one. And I thought they were really great quality, but I wouldn't buy the stacks because it was like 4 eyeshadows for $50 seems a little rich for my blood, and I didn't like how they stored. Like, as you can see, I am a palette person. I like things organized. I like things in palette form. So when they started releasing palettes, which the first one was the Rust one, and it was, or not the Rust, the 27. I think it was 27. A palette, and I was like, that's pretty, but it's nudes. I was like, I really don't need a nude palette. then they released Gemini. And it was like, oh, I need that in my life. These shades, these greens are everything, honey. Like, I just want to bathe in them. And as I said, this is an older palette and I've used it quite a bit, but look at that green. I mean, isn't that beautiful? And even to this day, it still performs. Like, look at that. Look at those shades. I mean, that is a grungy green lover's wet dream. I mean, for me, that is everything. That is what I want on my eyeballs 24/7. I mean, if you don't know, green is my favorite as far as eyeshadow colors go. I don't know why I love it so much, but especially these grungy greens and the whole aesthetic of the brand, you know, it is more of that 90s grunge. Like, this is what I would feel like cool girl from the 90s in Seattle would wear. You know what I'm saying? I don't find myself to be that cool, but you know, Melt makes me feel that way. So I love everything that I own from Melt. So that's like the end all be all brand. Now there are a couple of, you know, contenders that I really like, but I didn't want it to be about that, like the Cliona multi-chrome eyeshadows. I couldn't pick just one. I love all of them, so that didn't seem like it was a fair choice. BH Cosmetics, their palettes are absolutely amazing. Charlotte Tilbury, Hourglass. There are so many brands that I do really love, but couldn't narrow it down to be a favorite product or something that I'm always excited for. Like, even with Colourpop, I'm always excited to see their releases, even if it is overwhelming because they release so much. But again, there are some great products from Colourpop. You know what I mean? Their eyeshadows are definitely not my favorite formula anymore, but I mean, as I said, their eyeliners are the best. I mean, they're up there with my Marc Jacobs eyeliners, and they're like a fifth of the price. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you go check out my friend Yadi's channel. I'll make sure to link it down below and her video as well. And also, we're both on Instagram. But I guess that's it. We're gonna be posting new content every single day in December, but I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.